Hey everybody, welcome back. So we're just heading up to space. We're right now in our actual main base. And do I have my space armor? I do. So let's head out to space, and I'll give you a quick little brief thing what we've done in between. I was going to do a video of leaving our moon planet, but I actually got a bit busy and distracted, and I ended up recording. It was like really early, and it was so bad, and things are messing up, and I was just like, okay, we're not going to bother doing it tonight. So I went ahead and just headed home anyways, and decided, we'll just talk about what went on, and I think that'll be easier, doing a bit of a briefing. I think that might be a bit more common as time goes on anyways, just for the fact that things get a little more complicated, so some things I might have to do a wee bit, and some things I need to learn and understand, so I gotta set it up in a way that works for me, basically. So anyways, we're outpost, sweet outpost, or sorry, orbit, sweet orbit, I guess. Brought a lot of materials up. I'm gonna probably need some of these over time, maybe overkill on some stuff, but I just thought, well, it doesn't hurt, right? So more solar panels. I got this ammo too for our things. I think they might be in here. I'm not even actually sure where I put those. They actually might be down here. Oh yeah, they are. That's all right. But I'm just storing some of this stuff away. You never know when you need some of that. Like, I don't need an offshore pump up in the sky, but it can be placed on a space platform. So yeah, I don't think you really need that one, but I just grabbed it anyways. We'll grab you guys. You guys have the oxygen on you. Awesome. This automatically unloads, not too fast, but I got all these guys going, so I can go ahead and do that over time if I want. And then I have more of these guys, which I actually placed a bunch of scaffolding down recently, so that's the beauty of that. And then I've actually upgraded my scaffolding storage and a few other storages up here. I cleaned it up, and I did that down below too. I'll give you a little tour of that. I kind of wanted to organize things a bit more and clean it up, so it's kind of important, I think, over time. So I could automate some of this eventually. I probably will, but for now it's all right. Oh, you guys are full. You are full. Ooh, look at that. Don't forget, you get the rocket parts do fill up, so I probably should automate. I won't do it on camera here, but I probably should automate compressing these probably. But that's kind of cool because over time you do those rocket launches, right? So you're gonna get all the excess amounts. Which eventually we're going to launch rockets here anyway, so that can be pretty useful as well. So, okay. What are you grabbing now, my friend? Little green circuits here. What else we got here? Got this. This might actually fill up here, to be fair. Oh, it might have enough room, potentially. Green circuits can go in here. Yeah. Some of these are starting to get a little full. I might want a little crazy on some of this over time. I see, in the future I might need this material, so I kind of like, okay, here you go, and I just get a little too many of them at times, but that's all right. It doesn't hurt to have too much of something, obviously, so. There you go. You're still getting stuff out of here. Let's just do the rest here. There you go. Throw these down. There you go. And there you go. So we got our, normal cleanup there. Don't know if you'll all fit in there. No. This is when it's probably a good time to get another one of these chests in here. I actually don't even know if we have the big one right now. No. Let's get some of these smaller ones. Just put it down for now. And it might not even be a bad idea getting a few of those put up too, right? Like a few of these guys. So it's just like, hey, I can do this. I've been doing that over here, actually. Look at that. I even have a glass storage over here, but whatever. And then I usually throw this over here. It doesn't really matter. I've just been more of a lazy. I just throw them there. It's like, okay, that works. So we could throw you here. There you go. Just keeps things a little more organized. That's what I'm thinking of doing more often now. Like even below, I decided, okay, I put everything in the big ones, but they get easily lost, and sometimes they need quite a bit of something. So I thought maybe it's time to kind of put in a more organized fashion, and that way we're not really fighting with it as much, obviously. So, and you can still use big storage if you need it for something you need a lot of, or even just like in this case, I might just leave it for this one. Oh, we're going to keep that in there. Oh, there you go. Something like that anyways. Cool. Okay, so let's see what... Oh! Wow, that was weird. My microphone went kind of flying in the air there. it went on its own rocket launch. Okay, so let's check out our outpost first here, our mining one here. So we took off. We basically left the planet. So if we go, where are we? Here we go. So we left the planet, and this was our setup here. And I had automated this pretty good, and I think we did a bit of this on camera. I might have fixed some stuff off camera as well. Basically, I launched my rocket. I got off. I actually have a rocket here ready to go, actually. You know what? There is no harm in this. I don't have as much storage for all that, but I can make more storage, obviously. So let's go ahead and launch this. So this goes to our orbit, and it should go to this. Oh, you know what? I moved that. That's why the name changed, because I moved the pad. I was wondering why the pads and everything weren't linked like they used to be. Anyways, so yeah, I don't think there's any harm, so we can go ahead and send that into space. Now, the only downside is we don't have any more rocket things. We have enough rocket parts, probably, but we probably don't have any... well, that was not supposed to happen, by the way. Oh, I see how that happened. Oh, that was a derp up on my part there. Okay. It'll start from the bottom anyway, so that'll be a good thing. Help fill that up. Somehow I derped up at one point and played around with that, flipped it around, took some out of there. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I could fix all this remotely anyways. The only thing is it doesn't actually have a space capsule, so you'll either have to send one over time, which is not a big deal because you're going to have to restore your Vulcanite anyways. Talking about Vulcanite, I did end up sending a ship over there. I literally set like a pure Vulcanite ship. And that way it would feed these guys, and it went up and running, and everything went well, and now you can see all this stuff is running again, so this is filling up, which this is full, so it literally has enough here for a secondary rocket launch if you wanted to. And then there you go, so you got those guys. So, let's get ourselves some steel here. Oh, I'm gonna need you. Do I need 2 of those, or... There you go. And, oh, I guess I had enough of... Or maybe it just needs 1 at a time. I'll make 2 of them. Never know when you need more, right? So here we go. We'll just do another set of this. Obviously, I don't need this much, but I'm just like, why not? And then we're getting even more rocket parts because of the fact that we're sending rockets from other planets to this place. So it basically stacks up over time, and yeah, we're going to have to do something, obviously, about that in the long run. There you go. And then there you go. There you go. That seems... Oh, yeah, you do lose some, but that's weird. Oh, yeah, because it holds 512 too as well. So, yeah, never mind. That makes sense. So we... Actually, you still lost quite a bit there, huh? But it does lose more on that distance, I think, as well. So you can, you know, get the upgrades and blah, blah, blah down the road. But, yeah, so these are starting to add up, obviously. Oh, I love it. Okay. Anyway, so obviously we got the new material up here, and we're going to process some of that today. We're not going to definitely get the one research up and running, but we're going to work with it. And I might have to do some stuff in between episodes to kind of fix and renovate, but we'll get there. I also upgraded our space platform, though there's some weird bug or something that went on, so basically when I extended the platform, you can literally see where I extended the platform, obviously. But that was the bug, basically. Where I extended the platform, it's very different looking. Somehow this one turned into like a very boring matted texture, and this one looks a little bit more interesting. I think that's related to just reloading the game, honestly, or something. Maybe it was because of an update. None of the updates touch that. That being said, I don't know if they have some weird, feature that might mess it up. Also, I decided... I checked out our star. For fun, I was like, oh, I just wanted to... Somebody said they made their base around their actual star itself. So I was just like, oh, okay, cool. So I thought, let me just take a look at ours, right? So I just went to wherever the hierarchy is. And I was just like, okay, let me view it. And when I viewed it, I saw like a bunch of... Oh, here it is. A bunch of materials. I saw stone. I'm like, oh, wow. So I kind of went through it a bit. And I was starting to see other materials as well. And I was like, okay, this is actually really badass. Yeah, here, lots of copper. And we're talking about, like, insane amount of copper. I think one was, like, 20 million, and the other one was a bit lower. Yeah, 3.1. So it's like, okay, obviously that's pretty OP, right? So I thought, okay, what about, some of the, like, our own surface here, right? So what I did is I just went further away just a bit more just to see what's around here. And to my surprise, it does exist on these ones too. You know, maybe it's a little less. I don't know how it's programmed, but that's 6.1 million iron there. That's pretty damn important. So as we go on, I guess there's a potential to find more materials as we go through. Now, I don't know, you know, closer to a star versus an asteroid belt. I don't know, like, all the rules and how things are set. But obviously, you know, you're getting a bit of stone here. You know, 66K. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But even 66K, obviously, is a decent amount. So, obviously, worthwhile eventually setting up your trains and going through here. Now, hopefully, it's not considered too laggy, too, because, I mean, this is a long distance to do. I don't know if this blank space is considered, like, compressible. But, oh, look at methane ice here. Okay. Didn't even know that existed there. So we got methane ice there. I'm not quite even sure what you do with methane ice, but obviously it's giving us some opportunities to do some stuff in the future with it. So, oh, here's more iron at least. So 3.7 million. Now these just go sideways. So you just basically go left to right, and then you look for materials over time. So I'm not seeing anything too crazy here. Let's go a bit more. Let's go to like the next island if we can. Oh, here we go. Yeah, nothing too cool there. But anyways, you get the idea. So it's a potential, and you know, it's a hit and miss obviously as well. So let's check out this side here for a second. I haven't gone too far here, but might as well. Now, I know I checked in this area at one point, but I don't know how far I went with these. Obviously, I didn't go too far since iron was on the one direction, so I might have just looked around and say, oh, okay, well, what kind of materials are there and things like that, you know, or maybe not even materials, just island sizes, I guess. Because originally I was going to think, like, scaffolding sounded really expensive, like horrifyingly expensive, to the point where I thought, okay, I'm going to have to, you know, kind of chain around and just go to these islands, right, to build on, because, you know, I can't afford to, you know, build up my scaffolding, but it didn't end up doing that too much, so it wasn't bad, so. These islands are kind of pitiful. Obviously, it's a chance, and, okay, so here's some copper. 88K. Pretty low, but, I mean, it's still 88K. Oh, here's more iron. 8.5 mil. So, like, it's a chance, and you know, you'll hit some, you'll lose some, obviously, but eventually it'll be awesome, anyways, for me to get out here. So now you know I have some goals to work on. So here you go. So let's see. I saved recently, so I'm just kind of being curious. I'll just save it as that episode. I'm just curious to see what the file size is here. So saves. So we went from 69.6 to 72.6, so that's not too bad, honestly. That's not like, oh gosh, you know, that's terrible. Okay, so now that we kind of settled here, we got our oxygen, everything else, you know, we did a good job over here, obviously. We got, you know, our research going for the rocket science. Rocket science, you know, it's really full here. I'm really happy with what we have here. Basically, I'd like to move on to the next materials that we're going to need and the next setups, things like that, for the other science here. So the science we're going to be looking into and working towards is these guys right here, Energy Science Pack 1. So that's why we're going and getting that holmium. Not sure what the actual... He definitely made their own names, I guess, or maybe some of them are after stuff, but anyways, so you're going to need the significant data, energy catalog, energy insight, and basically it's a bit of a headache when you first look at this. Now you can get like a mod called Hell Mod and Factory Planner. Hell Mod's a little complicated, and I didn't want that one. I wanted Factory Planner, but when I tested it, it actually broke on the server. There's an actual issue. I reported to the dev. I'm not sure when it'll get fixed, but I'll probably add that into our server eventually, right? But it didn't quite work out for us anyways right now, so... Oh, look at the attack we're getting. I just wish you could... There's a way to kind of, you know, view it and click it. Anyways, oh, look at all this stuff here. It's kind of confusing. I must have turned all this down below. Okay. Anyways, so let's go back till we were really interrupted. So basically, you can look at the significant data, and this is where things might get a little more confusing. But you want to pick the one that you're making the energy insight, the pink stuff with, since that's part of the recipe anyways. That was one of the items, the energy insight here. So if we look over here, you can see it's made out of energy insight and the cold thermal stuff. So that's pretty simple. No, that's the ingredients. Yeah, and products is okay. So ingredients is 36 insight and okay, significant data and blank data card. So obviously you're putting all that into it to begin with, and it's coming out. And this is where you look for this, and then you can see that okay, energy insight here. Okay, so you take energy catalog and cold thermal fluid, and you get 2 energy site, 2 blank cards, and the thermal fluid. So it's like, okay, this is getting a little confusing. So what are we chasing down here? Okay, energy catalog, right? So you go to the energy catalog. So it requires conductivity data, electromagnetic field data, polarization data, radiation data, and then the cold fluid thermal, negative 1,000 degrees. And it's like, okay, so what about all these? So you go down here, it's okay. The only big deal here is the new plates that we have. Well, we have the ingots, so we make those into plates. Okay, that's not bad. The next one requires ion stream and the cold thermal fluid. Okay, so we won't look through that yet. We'll keep going. The next one needs a multispectral mirror, blank data cards, and the thermal fluid again. And this one needs uranium-235 and blank data cards. So the spectral mirror and the other one was kind of important. So let's see if we can find that. Okay, here it is. So you need, for ion stream, you need copper plates and plasma stream. Okay, for plasma stream, you need stone and chemical gel. Okay, so not too bad there, obviously. But it's like, holy crap, you go through this. Oh, here's the methane ice. So products is methane gas. I don't know what you use methane gas yet for, but obviously you'll probably want that. And the multispectral mirror requires chemical gel, lubricant, steel, glass, low density structure, and heat shield. So stuff that we've already done. So after all that, can I have a nap? Like, I mean, you get the point. It gets very, very complicated. So what you got to do is, use a planner or something, or even write it down while you're going through it. So at least we have an idea of sort of what we want to do and work on. But obviously, you can see one of the big things that we're going to need to work on, unfortunately, and it seems like we're going to need quite a bit of it over time, is back to making the data cards. So that was up to, which point was that up to? Up to, no, way back here, yeah. So these guys here. So basically, we need to do more of the polished stuff here. We're going to have to go through this, which I don't even know if I have any more of that here. I feel like we did, but maybe we went through it all, to be fair. Oh, no, okay, here we go, rough data. And then we'll turn that into the polish. But obviously, that is where things are going at this point. And then you can make these data cards that where obviously then you can take them wherever. Now, if you throw them in here, they're going to stack in here, and you're going to have too many of these. So you might want to shut this down since rocket science is pretty much full anyways. And that way, it'll take some, but it'll buffer out. And then we can pull off this line over time. So, yeah, let's go ahead and throw you guys in there. You can start that up. And we got that going. Now, this is pretty decent speed anyways. It isn't like I really need to speed this up, obviously, but you're going to have to make sure your things are full. So copper obviously is low, so we're just going to go over to our copper and just fill that up. And then eventually, sure, I can belt this up and, do a bit more for this if I want to. But for now, I don't mind doing it by hand like this. It's kind of fun. It lets me kind of keep an eye and a bit more control on what I'm doing too. So, gives me a better understanding of what I go through a lot of, and me having to adjust the throughput, things like that. But obviously you go through a lot of reds as well. I might as well give it another filling here. But I've been smart enough to kind of keep these two flowing, so we haven't been too bad obviously there. Okay, so there is our data cards. Honestly, I don't even think I need to worry too much because we have a decent amount of them there. and the polished stuff and everything else, and the speed's pretty decent too, so I'm not going to worry too much on it. But that being said, you probably are going to want to speed this up over time, and that would be definitely like one of those off-camera things, especially since this is pretty simple recipe too. So this could honestly just be moved somewhere else and done on its own, and then get maybe 2 or 3 of those machines going. But that being said, I also can put the overclockers in here, right? Because you could do speed modules or efficiency. You can't do productions in space, so you might as well go ahead and you know, give it speed modules if you want to increase it, or efficiency if you want to lower your price, your efficiency. Actually, what's the efficiencies also do? I should check that out. Might lower the pollution as well, but efficiency decreases machine energy consumption and energy 20, and then energy consumption, and yeah, so less energy consumption and less pollution. That's literally all it does. So I mean, that can be very useful, but it's not a big deal, obviously. So but that could help reduce some of the costs and power if you were having any power issues. We're not really struggling at this point. We're at like 200. But anyways, there is your one thing. So I guess the next thing I can work on is, I guess the pink ones, each of those pink ones is basically the hardest one. They're so annoying because there's so many bloody machines for each one of them. They're all done in, oh no, they're done in different machines actually, from the looks of it here. So they're done in some new machines. They're done in this guy here. So you're going to need some of these guys. This is why I made sure I brought more accumulators and stuff up. And then you're going to also need this red guy here. So more accumulators. So laser facility, electromagnetics. And you're going to also need this guy here, particle accelerator, which can use 103 megawatts of power. So that kind of gets a little on the insanity part of expensive. So all new machines, basically. There's also another machine. I might have... Oh, no, that one, and that one. I think so. No, there's also another one. This one we're going to use. The plasma generator. And then, yeah, then everything else is pretty much the same. So we might as well get started on some of those machines then now. So let's go ahead and... Whoops, I did not mean to throw you in there. I just thought I'd clean my inventory a bit just so we can focus on that. Okay, so let's start with the first on the list. We'll just get a bunch of products for each. Wrong ones, but there you go. Wow, didn't realize I had so many of them. I don't want too many of them, but I just want to get enough to make a few of them. Plus, some of the other ones require it anyways, so I think they did. Let's get rid of you guys for now, and then get rid of you and you. There you go. Okay, so we got you, and then we got low-density structures. We can grab a bunch of you guys. This was our excess amounts anyways. We use a lot of these, so I guess we'll clean up that container pretty fast. Okay, so we got low-density structures. You got the accumulators, and then you got a buttload of the assemblers. So there's those guys. Now, I hope I have a bunch more of those guys, because I really am supposed to have more of those somewhere. At least originally I made, like, I think 3 stacks of them, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. Anyways, we got those ones. And then, oh yeah, the accumulators. So I saw it in at least multiple recipes, so I'll get a few of them going here. And then I guess I'll get a couple of you. I already got one. And there you go. That one's done. This one is going to require some glass. So similar items, but now this one requires glass. I have glass here. I know I put it somewhere else too, but I guess we'll use some of this glass in here. There you go. How much glass did you need? I didn't even look, to be fair. Okay. Oh, that's quite a bit of glass. Okay, this one will need some of those same materials, but this time it's going to need the laser turrets, so we got those as well. That's why I brought laser turrets into space. I wasn't going crazy. I kind of planned on some of these recipes. Honestly, introduction and checking out these new machines are probably more important overall than anything. Damn it, chemical plants. I don't know if I have any. I meant to actually make some on the ground. Oh, I brought so many up with me originally. Oh, good. Yeah, I was going to bring up chemical plants, but I forgot to make them, so I just thought, oh, crap, I just lost out on that. And then, yeah, heat shielding. So I guess that'll be over here now. Okay, so if we do this right, we can go ahead and place you down. Excuse me. We'll start with you. So we only needed like two. Well, yeah, you're gonna have two different ones of these. So it's up to you how many you want to do at a time or whatever. But there you go. So that's 3. Let's do one more, I guess. You know what? One more again. I'd rather a little overdo them and be a little lower materials because these are more compressed anyways. You have to make them in space because it cannot be placed on land or a spaceship, right? So, or at least these guys I don't think can, right? Yeah, they have to be made in space. Yeah, cannot be placed on land. Okay, so we got that one done. Excellent. So now we can swap this one to the next recipe, which was going to be the laser facility. The same idea here. I wonder if I can... Oh my goodness, you can control in the blank and not do them individually? I did not know that was a feature till now. Okay, that is a cool little function. Oh, I did not mean to do that a second time, to be fair. Oh crap, don't do it again. I have a habit of doing the same one over and over. I wanted to check what's going on. I mean, the blinking goes away, so obviously the robots probably took care of it, but I'm getting a lot of attacks down there. Okay, so laser facility. Let's not keep doing more laser facilities. Apparently I'm addicted to it now. Control click, there you go. Oh, these don't stack, okay. Okay, that should be good. I only needed one of them anyways. They were on the more expensive side. I did not realize I could do that. Man, that's a really cool feature. And then we're going to do the last one here, which I just saw out of these guys, low density structures. Go figure. It's always our favorite one. There you go. And there we have it. So not too shabby, my friends. Not too shabby. And then I don't know if I'll need more of those at this point. It's probably more like I just need to build them. So I'm probably good with what we have now. I just need to set up all the placement and all that. Figure out how we're going to do all that. Was I getting scrap from this as well? Probably. We seem to get scrap from everything. So the particle accelerator, let's place that down. Oh, that looks pretty cool looking. So there is your ion plasma. So you can make that from the plasma, other plasma, which I think you didn't need to. Yeah, okay. So this one is where you use your particle accelerator for this. That's pretty cool. So we can set up that. And then the other one was required to be done in, I think, this guy here. The, what is this one? The plasma generator. So you'll take chemical gel and stone and create that into your plasma itself. So this is when we get to play around with this. Now this is the only downside. I wanted to empty this out because I was going to put a buffer in here. Never did happen. Doesn't mean I can't still later on. But obviously I never got the opportunity yet to do that. So I'm thinking, where should I put this even? Probably upwards. I'd say let's go up, up, up. So we should probably attach the same output for the fact that it does make... If you put it here, I don't think it pushes through there. And then you're just fighting with that later on, right? So let's go ahead and put you over here somewhere. I like to... These are a little expensive, right? Actually, they're not really expensive. They're just very lengthy time-wise. Expense is not usually the problem. It's the more the time length of doing something that could get pretty bad. There you go. Now remember, we were supposed to actually set this up all ahead of time before we go ahead and do a bunch of length on that. Just because if you change your mind and you go around cutting it up, I mean, that's a little costly up in space. So, anyways, so we're gonna place you somewhere around here. Was it you? No, it was you. There you go. So I haven't even decided we're going to do this. I might do it right here. There you go. Oh, I want to keep it lined up, I think. There you go. And you're going to be this one here. So we're going to have this gel here. You're going to just plug yourself right into his butt. I think it's plugged in. Yep. And then we're going to give him stone. So, you know, I'm going to do my normal, you know, I'll just have my chest full of goodies and for now do it that way. Eventually, you know, I probably won't do it always that way, but it's just the way I do it now. There we go. And yeah, so that should be good. And then we're gonna have to obviously get power over here. Can't wait till the future when we can get the pylons and all that over here, I guess. There we go. The first one is like a length of just these kind of, it's like the big tower ones, but I can't wait for the other one. It's a 64 by 64 area, which I think is kind of like this one. I think the one we have up here is actually a souped up version, but which is much later. But either way, we'll get some. We'll get something really good here. So I need stone. Now I brought some stone. I don't know how good. Oh, that's pretty good. Wasn't quite sure how well we were on the stone level, to be fair. There you go. Oh, look at the graphics on that thing. Oh, that's so cool looking. I love it. Ooh, it's really, really, really slow. But we needed... Wow, actually you need quite a bit of it. 315 of that. Oh, yeah, so you need 2 of these. Yeah, to make just two, basically, the sciences in a minute, you would need 1.5 of these, if you can believe that. So you either overclock that or build a lot more of those, which maybe overclocking it is not a terrible idea in some ways. Maybe I should consider building more to be a better idea, though. Be careful. I've seen some weird output issues people were talking about. I don't know if that's a bug or they were just derping up, but I think spacing them out would be a better idea anyways. There you go. And then there you go. And then maybe what we'll do is... oh yeah, you could do that. I guess I could do the underground one for this. Screw it. There you go. I was going to misplace this thing. See, I should have placed these originally. We were just lucky on it not being in the way, but obviously these are kind of important to be in their same spot to keep the grid in there. At least I think they are. There you go. And then there's your fluid being made. So they're very, very, very slow, but I guess in the long run, they'll probably do their job. Now, should we buffer this? Yes, because you're using stone. So buffering this and using the stone here wouldn't be a bad idea. I think it's worth it. So I'm going to do this, and then I'll have you go up here, and there we go. Because we can control our usage from this. That being said, I'm definitely going to let this run out first, and then I will also buffer this, because I wanted to buffer that ages ago, but... I never got around to doing that. That being said, I'm going to run out of you first. Oh, yeah, I'm almost running out of you anyways. Plus, I'm already out of the petrol on that one. Okay, yeah, so you stop making it anyways. Perfect. I just want to clean out these lines so I could just put a tank in for buffer. I just like tanks. Down the road, I can do a bunch of signals and things like that to tell me if something's running low. I'm actually kind of curious and interested if there's like a add-on that can display information. Like you click a button here and you have like all your listing of stuff, but you can like sort of like add stuff on there and keep a track, like an eye on the count of it, and you still have to do the programming and the circuits and everything else, and you can't cheat from it. So like your programming can't read from this list, but you yourself can open this list and go through it, kind of thing, and like sort of like, oh crap, I'm low on this, so I got lots of this, something a bit more interactive, where I'm not like going around the map like, oh, let's hover over here and check there. Obviously you can have red blinking lights and signals and sirens and stuff like that, but it'd be just more interesting if there was maybe another method of doing it through an interface. So I'm gonna have to ask or look around for that, but I think that would make my life a little easier and more fun, to be honest. So the particle accelerator is actually a little bit easier because you need 1.5 of these, right? But you only need 0.5 of these, basically, ratio-wise. So you actually kind of win a bit more on that. I might go ahead and... oh, no. I'll leave it now for the stone. But let's go ahead and... Actually, I need more of you guys. Let's do a fuel on me. Yep. We'll just jetpack around here. I need to get more items for ourselves anyways. We're a little low. Here we go. I just want to go ahead and put this grid down here again. There we go. Hopefully I didn't put any of that in the way. Oh. Like your spinner's going to bed. There you go. Trying to just give ourselves a bit of room here. I'm pretty sure this one guy's in the way, or probably would have gridded this properly originally. Yeah. I always put this in temporarily, or it's not even temporary, I just put them in there and they'll just fill in the gap. But we kind of know where we prefer to do it anyways, so. Anyways, and then, oh, I guess we should do up here. There you go. That should work. Okay, so we'll go ahead and I guess we'll work on you next, my friend. So somewhere up here or down, it doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and do this part here. So I guess we'll do it here. And then this obviously is going to turn that into the plasma into the ion one. Now this is where your power usage is going to go through the roof, obviously. So keep that in mind. And you're going to need a bunch of copper for that as well. Should I use the smaller one? Oh, that is the small. It's like, yeah, you already chose the smaller one. Okay, and that was copper, right? So we're gonna have to go grab more copper. I guess it's really good. We have lots and lots of copper with us. Okay. There we go. And our poor power is probably screaming a bit here. Or generating enough, but yeah, if you were to run more than one of those, that would scream. You put overclockers in that thing, wow, that would probably use a lot of power. Obviously, I should probably extend my solar array off camera a bit more. Start making it bigger, you know, somewhere in the corner, whatever. Okay, so there you go. We got our ion stream working. And then I'll probably do the same thing here again. I'll go ahead and buffer this. Now, you know, the buffering isn't a big deal because... Is it already in there? Yeah, it is. Let's just keep it that way then, I guess. I shouldn't have done it that way, but... You don't need to use underground belts, but whatever. But anyways, what I was going to say is it doesn't matter too much for buffering because you're buffering, like, the amount of, you know, things you use is literally dictated by, say, the stone or other materials. So if you want to be a little bit more cautious, I guess, on your usage, that's sort of where maybe you would be a bit more cautious on it. That being said, I don't think you're going to get any of this stuff back. So you're turning this into this, right? So 10 of that, and then you're taking 100 of that, turning into that, and then that was for the one card, which I'm guessing there is no recycling for that part. You get back, yeah, you're going to get your thermal stuff back, but you're not going to actually get the thing. And not only that, apparently there's only a 95% chance to actually make this successful. So it's not even 100% chance to make it successful. It's just it's a chance space. So that's a bit evil. I love it. It's evil though. So yeah, I guess the next thing we can do is the electromagnetic card here, basically, and set that up somewhere. So that was in the electromagnetic facility. So this guy here, which is the one. No, we're using the different one. Sorry. Wait, that's the particle accelerator. Sorry, I went for blue because it was like blue looking. I was like, oh, blue is blue, right? No, this is it. So you'd probably want to use this guy here and use up your new material. Now, I don't know if you want this close or not. I might even go like this just for fun. Oh, because it's too close to the edge. Let's go scaffolding that then. Okay. Where are we going with this? Down here. I love all the piping though. It's kind of cool. So I was a little sad when I did the underground on the one. It's like, ah, darn it. It does seem like a kind of a fun way of doing it. All underground on planets mostly, and then, you know, a little more exciting on this. But we'll go ahead and extend this top. We're gonna extend it anyways. I usually do this off camera, but obviously we're near the edge here, so. So, I guess we can take you... Oh, let's go a little further out then, just because I want to put that down. There we go. Not quite yet there. Okay, perfect. Now we can go ahead and place you here. Nope, not that one. Just because one thing's blue doesn't mean it all is blue, right? And we're gonna turn you into this one here, which we're gonna also need that other fluid, by the way. Woohoo! So I wanted to. Oh, there's only one spot for that. Okay, I'll have to bring that in another spot. But there you go. And then we're gonna have to bring your cold thermal negative 100. I do have. Was that one we did? Yeah, because isn't that the one we used for scrubbing formatting? I think that's what this one is here. Yeah, this is the 100. So we actually use it for formatting, but we didn't buffer it. We're gonna need to buffer it, obviously. But let's go ahead and bring you up one more. And then you can go here. And then what we'll do is we'll take you and we'll bring you over here somewhere. And then what I'll do is that good? Yeah. What I'll do is I will actually buffer this now. What the hell actually sounds like a pump? Somebody has a pump jack sound effect. What the hell? Anyways. So the cold thermal fluid, I might as well buffer it a bit anyways. The only downside to this is you are going to definitely be wasting this out more than anything because it's just going to take it all and put it into there, right? So there is no, because it's taking the one material, putting it in there, so there is no, you know, obviously good or bad here. We're going to be doing bad all the time. But what you could do is you can stop it at a certain point. So you could say, stop it at like 5K or something, and then that way it can't go past that, and that would be probably the way to do it, to be fair. So I don't know if we can even reach it with this wire here. There you go. There's a certain range to these, right? So oh, my mistake. I didn't know this was going to be like that, but it looks like you can't quite do it that way. Darn it. So you could put a pump here, obviously. I'd lose some of the thermal fluid, but can you hit R on this stuff? Oh, you can hit R on this. Oh, okay. That's not a good spot to hit R, but I could... no, because it's going to flux around too, doesn't it? Yeah. I think either way, we're kind of screwed on that. Whoopsies. I'm just wondering how I want to do this. I need to put motors in these, basically. I need to set a motor up. I need to do a max on it, basically, and then just let it in and out whenever I want it. And that'll help clean it up. So maybe we should do that. A little extra effort. Not a big deal. Just like I'm sad because I, you know, obviously would have wasted some of the fluids there. So it's just like every time I do something like that, I die inside a bit. It's like, oh, I never meant to do that. Oh, I had a bunch on me. I just didn't see them. So yeah, what I would do here is, that hurts. Is I would put this here and then I would wire this up, right? So I could even do it a low amount, say no more than 2K or whatever. So I forget how I did this before, obviously, but it was like you don't even need to. You can do it like this, a signal or something, right? So connected to network for. Oh no, oh the network is called that one. Never mind. So there's 3.3K in here. So you could always just say if it's under 3,000. Do that, and if it's above 3,000, turn it on. So if it's under 3,000, it's now off, right? So basically it should cap there and it won't go in there, and then when it needs more than that, it'll turn it on, right? So that's how you do that, at least. So you can do your buffers where you need to when you don't want to overdo it. Once again, this one's a bad one set up here because this is for this. But there's no proper buffering here, and basically this will do it till it's always empty, right? So that was bad on my part on that setup as well. So if I need to eventually, I mean, there's nothing left in here, so I could just take this out now, to be fair. That might not be a terrible idea. I know it's not the best idea, but it might not be a bad idea, to be fair. So we can do the same idea here, right? So you put you here, we put you here. And then obviously you want the warm stuff to go in here anyways, because some of this is looping back anyway. So you got your storage here, but then you got this set up here. And then basically same idea, which I should probably get the right setup. I guess I could do the same thing here, right? Just copy and paste maybe? Oh yeah, so there you go, under 3K. So it should be turned on, right? Yeah, it's turned on. And then that's good, yeah. So that's not so bad. We're learning this obviously, and we'll get better at it. But you're gonna probably need to put a little bit more logic into your setups, obviously, so you're not overdoing it. You got lots of other materials here, yeah. Okay, there you go. And there we go. So we can make some more of these guys, and we'll run. And then I'm clearing out this pipe obviously because I wanted to get that cleared out. And then once that's sucked out, we'll be doing some sort of... I gotta figure out... Oh, no, this one... Does this one already have a buffer on this? Oh, this did. Oh, yes, it was this one I wanted to do. So eventually when I cleared that out, we were gonna buffer it. But like I said, even with this, I don't mind this one increasing a bit. Pretty cool anyways. Okay, so so the data cards, all that, so the thermal fluid. Okay, so we needed the blank cards, the ion stream, and the cold thermal fluid. So the cold thermal fluid is, ta-da, this one over here. So we were gonna ship this all the way up here. Holy crap. That isn't a simple task. It's literally on the other side of the universe. So I guess the best way to do this is to jump ship over here. There we go. And then we'll just work our way somewhere over here, and then we're going to work our way down here. It doesn't need to be perfect. Oh, I was going to go... Yeah, let's just do it over here then. We'll see where it comes. Oh, yeah, that'll be good. I just want to connect it, you know. It's simple and straight, I guess. There you go. There you have it. Perfect. So this should have just turned on a wee bit. Yeah, you can see it blinking on and off a bit, but... Now, you probably want to put, like, you could do latches and stuff and make it more complicated. I'm not going to bother, but it is recommended. And then your blank cards can come up here. So, blank card. I won't buffer this stuff this time around. We did a lot of buffering. I might even remove certain buffering over time, obviously, but... you know, when we first did it, it was different. You know, I didn't know I was going to be using the same thing 100 times either, to be honest. So, yeah, things were much, much different at one point. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a split. This might actually... Is this our legitimately first split we've ever done, actually? To be honest, I think it might be. I don't know if we've ever actually splitted anything else yet or needed to, so... It might be our first one. Now, keep in mind, this is a pain in our ass, so you're not going to get this through here. No. Ooh, that would have sucked if I took out the building. So you're going to have to basically go like this. There you go. Sure, why not? And then there you have it. So that is our first of many we have to do. Electric circuits. There you go. And electromagnetic field data. Done. Now remember, it's only a 95% chance, so we might fail our first time. No, we didn't. And then you're going to have your hot stuff coming back, so you're going to have to feed your hot stuff all the way back through the system. Now, keep in mind, you could do the pumps to keep out the lines clean. I do not know if that damages it, does anything good. Just keep in mind that if it does do bad, well, it wasn't my fault. I warned you that it could be bad, so be careful. But obviously, we're going to probably need fluids quite often, so I guess we'll be channeling this stuff up here anyways. Oh, I don't need to do that. Oh. I guess we are for this one, because I did it again. Derp. I meant to do it for this part here, to be fair. There we go. There we have it. So the fluid's back to normal. And then, yeah, so you're good, you're good. Okay, so we obviously we have those going, which is awesome. And then we're going to output those. I might... well, buffering these are probably always a bad idea to a certain degree. But I do like buffering, but from what I'm seeing here, it's probably a bad idea. So we'll buffer it. Screw it. Let's do it for now. Now, you're going to get some of this back. This is why I'm saying buffering is probably a bad idea, because in the long run, the more of these you buffer, the more you're hurting yourself just for the fact that... you're using up all your resources, so maybe even just buffer it as a stack for now, kind of thing. So at least you can have a stack of it going at a time, or maybe even 2 stacks, we'll say. The length of a conveyor belt, potentially to wherever it's going destination-wise. That's not a bad way of looking at it, actually. Oh. Don't forget, you just float around. Whee! Okay. So there you go, mission accomplished on that. So that's one of many we still have to do, but it's a good start on that. We'll continue to work on more of those, I guess. Might as well. I have to decide. I'll probably record. Yeah, I'll just continue recording next time and just keep it on working on what we're doing here. Because that worked out actually pretty good. So I might work on our platform a bit off camera and just tidy up some stuff. Maybe if this empties out eventually, I'll go and put that buffer tank in there like I mentioned that I might do. But I think overall we're doing pretty good. So anyways, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, all that fun stuff. And we'll see wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.